open the markets.
That was exciting. I've never done that before. For a moment there, I thought we were going to have 3 minutes of silence, but then you filled up that time very nicely, Vincent. Thank you. Well, it is a great honor for me to be here today. Thank you, Mark, for those really beautiful remarks. Wonderful. And thanks to Euronext for organizing this event, which brings together, as Vincent said, stock markets from all across Europe. And, of course, I thank all of you for coming here this morning. So today is an important day of reflection for us. It's truly an international day of reflection, not just because the world lost citizens from many, many nations on 9/11. You know, fully 10% of the people who perished on that day were not Americans. They came from all over the world. And so, of course, we're here today to remember all of the people who were lost, to keep them in our memories. But I believe even more profoundly, this is an international day for reflection because 9/11 was, above all, an attack on our way of life. The terrorist attack that took away all those lives, almost 3,000 lives, of course, that we cherish and honor today, was also an attack on a way of life that we cherish, the values that we cherish, freedom, democracy, and tolerance. It's no coincidence that Al-Qaeda chose New York because New York is a financial center. It is, in many ways, our most important symbol of the values that we cherish: freedom, free and open markets, entrepreneurial spirit, the free flow of capital and commerce and goods. These are all the tenets that are the foundation of our societies. And as all of you, I'm sure, remember, in the immediate aftermath of the attacks, the world just stood still. Time almost stopped on that day. I remember it so distinctly. Of course, the markets closed, all the shops closed, planes didn't fly, people stayed at home, and all of us wondered if things could ever be the same again. And then 6 days later, the New York Stock Exchange reopened, signaling to the world that our life and our values could not be defeated. That's why it's so fitting that we gather here today in this room, in this place, to commemorate the events of 9/11. In fact, you all should know that later today, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton will go to the New York Stock Exchange in New York and do just what we're doing here today, now, to commemorate 9/11. And for me, as the U.S. Ambassador to the European Union, it is very special for me to commemorate this event here in Brussels, because it gives me an opportunity to say directly, on behalf of the American people, to the people of Europe, thank you. Thank you for standing beside us as our closest allies on the planet, standing beside us on 9/11 and on those difficult days after. If we all recall, on 9/11, it was a very, very sad day, but in many ways, as Mark said so eloquently, it brought out some wonderful qualities around the world. And it certainly, for me, it was a day that almost was the national borders that separate the United States and Europe almost disappeared. We were one. As one French newspaper famously said on that day, today we are all Americans. And so On this day, it's an opportunity not only for us to reflect, an international day of reflection, but also a day to celebrate our resilience, and especially for Americans and Europeans, it is a day to celebrate our very special partnership, to celebrate our values, to celebrate the work that we do together every day in Brussels and Washington, working together to look outward and to bring hope to others around the world that they too will be able to enjoy the freedom that we cherish, the freedom that is the foundation of our transatlantic partnership. So thank you all very much for coming, and it's an honor for me to be here today. Thank you.